My name's Ashton Zorn. I've been a registered massage therapist for 6 years. I'm a clinic owner that has 11 employees, and one morning we ended up getting registered mail from Blue Cross stating that our clinic was being audited. It was an insurance audit on all of our insurance claims for the last 2 years. The initial assessment of our audit was a $22,000 fine total for all the therapists at our clinic. Whenever we direct bill anybody, we have a file front with the date, the time, the type service, the therapist that provided the service. When you go back into the actual file itself and you go to the SOAP notes, there'd be days where somebody wouldn't do SOAP notes for a said patient, and the ones that were missing any of the documentation within the charts, the SOAP notes, are the ones that they wanted the money back for. One reason a lot of us miss documentation is it could be that you just seen them 3 times in that 1 week. You might only document the first time you've done your assessment and treatment that week, and then do your follow-up treatments, and then do another documentation for your 4th treatment to see how things have changed over the next week. There's many situations where people could fall into the habit of forgetting or neglecting to do documentation. It's not actually a fine for my clinic. Every fine is individual to each therapist or the provider with the provider number. I had to provide every single massage appointment with a debit receipt, QuickBook receipts, and our electronic receipts. So it's quite a bit of work because it was for well over 1,000 massage claims that we had to match these receipts up with. We now have our patient's initial every time they come in to prove that the patient was actually in the building at the time of the massage. All documentation is being audited every day now by me and my business partner, just to make sure that therapists are upholding their documentation. What MTAM specifically did help me in the situation was they made connections with Blue Cross that I couldn't make myself. They also calmed my nerves quite a bit because, as you could imagine, $22,000 isn't, it's no joke. And they just gave me a roadmap, if you will, as to how to get from the beginning of the audit to a successful end of the audit. This is a new thing that insurance audits are becoming more prevalent with the coming of electronic submissions. So my hope is that people understand that this will happen to you, and it's going to happen more and more. You're going to hear about it more and more. Don't get lazy in your documentation. Make sure it's accurate. Just write down what you did. If they're going on vacation, write down the little things, because it will make you a better therapist in the long run. And if your file does end up getting called up for a court case for whatever reason, it is better to be safe than sorry. You will not regret doing 2 minutes of documentation, but you will regret it if you do get an insurance audit. I promise you that.